Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Ben from JBM Sports Media coming at you guys with my national championship reaction / review. Yes, we officially have a national champion, and that is none other than the Indiana Hoosiers. Final score 27-21. They defeat the Miami Hurricanes, their first ever natty in program history. I mean, this got to be a huge moment. I could only imagine how electric right now it is in Bloomington. They have to be absolutely ecstatic, and I don't blame them whatsoever. Undefeated Cinderella season by the Hoosiers. Who would have saw this coming? Not me. Not me. I mean, you see Mendoza's story as well. This guy that was a 2-star, I believe, recruit. He got no offers from Miami. I know this has to be a very sweet victory right here. He's a Miami kid. He didn't get no offers from the Hurricanes. Wow. I mean, this got to be a moment for potentially the #1 overall pick in this upcoming draft. So Raiders, I saw Brady over there scouting. Y'all got yourselves potentially a very good one. Let's go into this game, which I thought was very much so a tale of two halves. First half, very stagnant. Some might say boring. I think that's a very good way to describe it. But Miami did enough to keep this game close and to keep it open so they could compete all the way till the end. We'll talk about the Beck interception and just the game that Miami had that led all the way to that final drive where they could have won it. They could have had a chance to win the natty, but Indiana's defense pulled through once again. In general, in the second half, it was absolutely electric. I felt like it was a back and forth affair, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that was absolutely incredible. Looking into Miami, Beck threw for 232, 1 touchdown, and the 1 interception. But the interception, obviously costly. We're not going to get into it just yet, but I mean, obviously, you guys know that basically sealed it. Fletcher, I feel like he had those big runs at the, for example, the 57-yard touchdown to keep the game within range. I think that was important for Miami in this game. Just keep the game within range and give yourself the opportunity, like they did at the end, to potentially win this thing. Tony had a pretty big game as well, 122 receiving. He did have his touchdown as well. So look, Miami, we can't say like they were just here to get stepped over. No, they competed through and through all the way to the end. So shout out the Hurricanes for another good season. I mean, obviously, I know they didn't make it with Cam Ward last year, but this season that they had a national championship appearance, hey, props to you guys in Crystal Ball out there. I wonder if Crystal Ball is ever going to think about maybe, transitioning to the NFL. I mean, that's just a thought, but anyways, Beck in his final collegiate year took him to the national championship game. However, that pick at the end sealed the deal, man. I honestly, looking back at that play, I don't know. I don't think he should have forced it like that. I understand that there was only, I believe, 50 seconds or what was it, 45? I think he could have went a little bit, maybe a check down right there, and then it would have went out of bounds. That could have been a little bit of a smarter option because they were moving the ball really good in the second half. Miami was. Mendoza for Indiana, man. This guy, he only threw for 186, but the play that he made on that 4th and 5, sacrificing his body. I mean, no disrespect. I'm surprised he didn't get tackled. Those Miami defenders, the safety that came up, he missed that tackle on him. If not, that would have been turnover on downs. He missed that first when he tried to grab on Mendoza's leg. Mendoza did well, pulling away, did a little spin move, sacrificed his body, reached out, touchdown, bro. I was going crazy in my room. That was absolutely electric right there by Mendoza. But I'll say this right now. Miami's defense, Ruben, all those guys, they were no joke whatsoever. They were beating Mendoza down. I mean, to an extent, I think Mendoza had a busted lip. I think his bottom lip was busted. Even in the post-game interview, he had like his whole arm was like purple, scrapped up and everything like that. He sacrificed his body through and through in this game. And he said it the best, that his teammates would do the same for him. And guess what? They did. They did. I feel like Indiana, even those running backs, they combined Hemby and Black, they combined for 131 on the ground. So they kept the game very much so in the balance. I know they went for the field goal right there to make it 27-21. Honestly, I felt like they were kind of a little bit conservative. I think Signetti did, call a pretty good game for the most part. Very conservative. But guess what? It was enough. It was enough, and that's all that matters because Indiana has their first national championship in program history. But like I said, that throw by Beck at the end kind of confused me a little bit. And I don't want to speculate or anything like that, but I was seeing a tweet. Did Beck not shake Mendoza's hand when he was walking off the field more so? I didn't see it. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section if actually you guys know. But that's just something I thought was a little bit strange if it didn't happen. Just not the best look, if I could be quite honest. But regardless, both these guys are probably going to go in the NFL, especially Mendoza. But Beck, I could see him being drafted 100% as well. Look, no matter how you look at it, this game, a lot of people, I think it's the line open at -7.5, or yeah, I think it was 7.5 actually, favor of Indiana. Miami kept it close, man, and they covered today. But I think in general, they showed that they weren't going to be no step over. They competed through and through, and like I said, whether it was that Fletcher 57-yard run that obviously made it 7-10, or whether it was Carson Beck hitting some throws that I was like, all right, if Beck hits these throws, so without turning the ball over, they're going to have a chance to win this game. And guess what? He did it perfectly all the way until that last play where he finally turned the ball over. My guy, RK, I'll give him a shout out right here. I asked him in a live, I think it was a TikTok live yesterday. I was like, what do you think about this game? Do you have like any props in mind? He was like, Carson Beck for sure, interception. I was like, yeah, I could see it. And he was like, I think he had told me, I don't want to misquote or anything like that, but he said maybe 2. I was like, I don't see 2, but I see 1 for sure. And we were both right to an extent. We just didn't, well, at least I didn't think that it was going to come at that moment in time, but I understand he was trying to be a little bit aggressive. But look, regardless, Indiana's defense, they were highly touted all year. That cornerback in Indiana, his name just slipped. Oh, my gosh. What's his name? I forgot. Excuse me for forgetting, but I think I have it in the back of my mind, but I don't want to mispronunciate it or anything like that. So I know he should be highly touted going into the draft. That kid is a stud. Look, whatever you want to say about Mendoza and, is he highly touted? Is he a number 1 overall pick that you could say you could build your franchise around? Whatever you want to say, stop that for a moment. Give this kid his flowers, bro. A 2-star recruit that just took Indiana, a program that has been historically bad. It's more so known as a basketball school. They can't say that no more. They just won the national championship and an undefeated season, a Cinderella run. I wouldn't even call it a Cinderella run. Like, these guys bulldozed my Ducks, which hurts till this day, by the way. I don't even think we did a reaction of it. And thankfully, I'm glad we didn't, because they bulldozed my Ducks. They bulldozed Alabama. These guys had an excellent season. And Cignetti, I know he already said he's not going to entertain an NFL offer. He's staying with the Hoosiers. I don't blame him whatsoever. They have dogs there, bro. Even though Mendoza's not going to be there next year, they're going to be right back in the thick of things. And like I said, congratulations to their fans who are absolutely going crazy right now in Bloomington. Like I said previously, what a win. What a win for their program. Truly an incredible run. And Miami, like I said previously, even though you guys didn't win this game, I never thought that you guys would have even been into position, because you guys were pretty underwhelming in my opinion. Kind of sneaked in the college football playoffs, and they had a run. They had a run. A very impressive win against Ole Miss at the end as well. Look, even though I've talked my crap about Carson Beck throughout the year, this game, even though he forced that interception at the end, he played a pretty good game. I can't deny that. And Mendoza sacrificing his body, he got beat up in this game. Like I said, congrats to Miami's incredible defense. Even though they didn't win it, I just want to give them a shout out, because a lot of those guys bound to go to the league, bro. Bound to go to the league. I know Ruman is most likely going to be a top 5 pick, top 6 pick. Yeah, that guy's going to be a stud wherever he goes. I actually might put a little bit of a NFL Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year right there, because, yeah, that guy's a stud. I was just watching him throughout the game, absolutely amazed. But no matter what a game this was, guys. I was not disappointed in this game whatsoever. Was there concerns before this game began of, how competitive is it going to be? I was talking to JV about it right now, or should I say before the game. I was like, do you see Miami actually having a chance to cover this spread? It was like, I don't know with that Indiana defense, but Beck found a way to make some throws on that Indiana defense when it mattered most. And I felt like they were going tit for tat, all the way till the end where Beck had that interception. But, I mean, look, this game was incredible. I feel like this is a national championship game that we needed to have. Obviously, we've seen some blowouts. Obviously, the TCU game, that was one of them. Look, I'm happy with this game. I'm happy with the result. Hoosiers, y'all deserved it. Repping the Big Ten. Hopefully my Ducks are back and getting this opportunity next year. Please, I really hope so, with Dante Moore now being back, and we have a lot of guys coming, and Ohio State transfer as well. Shout out my guy. But no matter what, I want to know your guys' thoughts on this game. Were you guys surprised with anything? Were you guys surprised with Miami's performance? If there's any Hoosiers fans, congratulations. Let me know in the comment section if you guys are Hoosier fans, Hurricane fans as well. Sorry for the heartbreak at the end, but regardless, incredible season from both teams. Indiana wrapping it up with the national championship. Still so surreal. Still so surreal. If you told me at the beginning of the year that it was going to end with that Indiana Hoosier national championship, I would have told you if that happens, I'm shaving my head. And guess what? I would have shaved my head. I would have shaved my head. So yeah, it is what it is. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. I'm going to go see the celebration right now and how they celebrated, because obviously while recording this, they were on the podium celebrating. I'm going to go see how that turned out to be. But congratulations to Mendoza, Signetti, and those guys over there. Huge win. Congratulations to the Hoosiers and their fan base. Till then, make sure you guys follow on JBM Sports Media on TikTok, JBM Sports Media on IG, subscribe here on YouTube, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.